Barak, we're finally going to get an undisputed heavyweight champion, at least if there's no draw in this mega showdown between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk. It's going down in Saudi Arabia, done deal. We were just complaining about Tyson Fury a couple of days ago regarding of his games that were being played about him fighting Usyk and unifying the division. I guess he shut us up.
Not necessarily, because when you play those games on purpose. You play those games to get that kind of reaction. So if you're gonna lie to me, basically that's what you're doing, is you're lying to me, and I react off of that. I don't owe you an apology or anything like that. That was you playing around. You know, and I've even said that. I said that, what, weeks ago. I was like, you know, Fury, that's what he does. Sometimes he tells us outlandish stuff that's not true and then surprise you, and then all of a sudden he's fighting Usyk, and I figured that was going to happen.
Also, what could be happening is negotiations, right? Sometimes they take longer, and this is Saudi Arabia. We know that there's a lot of money in play there, and maybe he was just stalling, being a troll on Instagram into those
that's
numbers.
All it was trolling.
Into those numbers.
He's a smart guy.
Oh, right, look, we know he wants to get paid a lot of money, and we know that over there, they have the money to pay him what he wants. And this is a big showdown. Look, we all know how skilled Usyk is. Usyk is a threat. Usyk could possibly win this fight in some people's eyes. He won't be the favorite because of Tyson Fury's size, because of the way he knows how to use it, his weight, his jab, all these intangibles that a guy 6'9" has is arguably a guy that probably could never be beat, right? But if you talk about a smaller guy that isn't scared, that has similar skill level, right, and is ready for that moment, you're talking about Oleksandr Usyk. So this is a phenomenal matchup.
Somebody said on Instagram, hey, what if he gets knocked out by Ngannou? That's funny.
Yeah, that's really funny.
Yeah, I say this all the time, you know,
well, it's safe to say that his titles are not on the line against Ngannou. So should he get knocked out by Ngannou, which nobody sees that happening, we're
at least
still
we can
going to
see
get
undisputed.
a unification bout. Yeah, no doubt.
But listen, I kind of bring this up a lot. I say, you know, Cunningham fought Tyson Fury years ago. He's left-handed, he's short, about 6'1", 6'2", just like Usyk. And Usyk is young, fresh, has brilliant movement, you know, out of that Lomachenko family. And he might be having a little anxiety towards that. Like, this was the guy that kind of gave me issues. He said that, but then again, it's a different Tyson Fury. So, but that Tyson Fury was a boxer, and he felt like Cunningham outboxed him. He was a better boxer than him. Maybe he feels that Usyk is a better boxer than him.
Probably.
But I just can't see him fearing that because he's a different boxer. You're not going to see the Fury that's sticking and moving and dodging all your shots. He's going to be walking you down and putting his body on you and trying to knock you out.
Trying to knock you out, no doubt about that. And also, the fact that most people were hoping that we're going to get a doubleheader with Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder on the same card, and that fight was slated, slated for January. It wasn't set, but that was the tentative date. It looks like that's dead in the water, according to Eddie Hearn. That fight is not going to happen, at least in Saudi Arabia, at least in January, right? So maybe we'll still get Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua, but not on the date and the location that we thought.
What do I always say? First of all, I still have hope. You know why?
You're a hopeful man.
You take this paycheck, you rub it on your wounds. What happens? The wounds all of a sudden feels better. Right. Things can be solved with a paycheck in this sport. This sport is a business. Things can be solved.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with
the
fight
amount of money? Because with the amount of money that's out there, we can arrange it where these fights happen the same night.
The same night? So you're still hopeful for that?
I still have hope.
Wow.
I still have hope. I think that's an overload, first of all. All of that in one night is an overload.
Maybe that's
I don't mind 2 different nights.
Maybe that's a plea for Eddie Hearn to, like, you know, throw it out there. It looks like this fight is dead in the water, and maybe, you know, the Prince and those guys will say, hold up, Eddie, we'll figure something out, man. We'll come up with some more money. Because I'm pretty sure that Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua would not have a problem being the co-main event on that Usyk Fury card.
I don't know about that.
Listen, money talks.
I don't know about that. And
or maybe they'll say 2 main events.
Eddie's going to have a good argument, and the good argument is going to be which.
That's more of a popular fight.
There you go. Which fight? This fight right here is important. Matter of fact, just July 29th, that fight between Spence and Crawford was the most important fight in the sport. Yeah. Literally. But it wasn't as big as Ryan versus Tank. And that's, I told you, that's the heavyweight Ryan versus Tank.
Even-
when you got Wilder and Joshua. So it's an argument.
Right.
But we understand the boxing world wants to see an undisputed champion in heavyweight division.
Exactly. That's why I'm not upset that both fights aren't happening the same night. I'm happy that Fury is fighting Usyk for the undisputed heavyweight crown, all right? There you have it. It's going down.